talking a normal voice.
Right, just normal voice.
Just normal voice like this.
Okay, Vince, why don't you start? We're rolling.
All right. Well, Bruno, how do you feel now?
Well, I can't say that I feel quite as fresh as before the match started. You know, Kowalski's a pretty big man. He's got fantastic endurance, so I feel good, but a little tired.
Yeah, well, it was a real grueling bout. I guess you're looking forward for a day off.
I sure am, and I'm glad that I got the day off tomorrow to go home and relax a bit and listen to my music and be with my 3 sons and my wife.
Mm-hmm. How long a flight is it to Pittsburgh?
Oh, it's only about 45, 50 minutes by jet, so I get home in the morning and have a beautiful day at home and relax and be ready for the next day to get back to work.
Mm-hmm. When's your next match?
Well, my next match is Wednesday in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm. And who are you wrestling there?
Well, another big bruiser, 400-pounder, this Monsoon, the Manchurian Giant. So I'll need that rest tomorrow for that match.
Well, that certainly won't be any tea party.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, you're in a rough business, and you have to stay in great condition.
Well, of course, that you have to do, and tomorrow, beside my relaxing, which I'll have at home with my music and so forth, I'll also spend about 2 hours working out, as I have my own place down in my home to train, because on the road it's always a little harder, difficult looking for a gymnasium in every city you go to. So when I'm home, I take advantage of that too, besides relaxing and
How many bouts do you have a week?
Well, sometimes it's 3 and sometimes even 4. So then the traveling, of course, that goes with it makes the...
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, well, Bruno, that was a rough one tonight.
Yeah, it sure was. This Kowalski is something else.
Yeah.
I call him the king of endurance when it comes to wrestling, because I don't think the fellow knows what it means to get tired.
Yeah, well, it just proves that you're in great condition also to cope with fellows like Kowalski.
Well, I train, as you know, I train pretty hard, pretty regular, but you have to, because Kowalski is fantastic, but there's other men that may not be as quite have the endurance he has, but they run a close second, and these fellows are all dangerous. So I have to try and keep my condition good to maintain this title.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been world's heavyweight champion?
6 years now, and
my gosh, I think that's a record.
well, I believe it is a record, but I'm very lucky because I won the title when I was very, very young, so that actually at my age right now, I should be, according to statistics, I should be entering the prime of my career as a professional wrestler, because statistics show that from 30 to 35 are your best years, and I'm just in the 30 mark now, so if I keep training hard, maybe I have a few good years coming ahead of me.
You know, Bruno, I've been in this wrestling game for the past 35 years, and I've seen a lot of great athletes come and go, but I want to go on record as saying that you are, without a doubt, the greatest wrestler I've ever seen.
Well, thank you. That's a great compliment, and I appreciate it. But it's very nice of you. But you know, in the trips I've made around the world, I've met some fantastic men that I can't visualize, the greats of yesteryear, like they talk about Jim Landis and Stecker and these fellas who used to weigh at their peak 190 and 200 pounds. And in those days, the giants were the Strangler Lois, who weighed 235, 240, or the Zbyszkos at 240s. And yet today, I myself am 265, and I'm lightweight next to some of the men we have today. So I can't visualize, for instance, a Landis. Can you imagine Landis against a Monsoon, a 400-pounder?
I think that's true of all sports today, that the youngsters are getting bigger and
What's the secret? Is it the food or
well, I
the
imagine
training method?
the diet has a lot to do with it. We're certainly eating a lot of better.
Well, of course, but bone structure certainly plays a big part in it, because you can't, when I'm there, when I don't go to Gino's for Italian food, I eat at Lieutenant.
You guys call Willie. Say, hey, Willie, do you know, hey, Willie, come here a second.
You mean when? Right now? Or Vince, you want to call him?
Yeah. Well, you know who knows cats very well? Willie Gilsenberg.
Willie.
Hey, Willie.
Yeah.
Come on over here, man. You've been around boxing since the year one.
Ran into a friend of yours the other day in Philadelphia. Is George Katz?
Yeah.
Is that a familiar name?
Yes, very familiar.
Well, he said he knows you very well.
Well, he's pretty good.
Thing about it.
Kitten
I don't know the
Hayward,
fellow.
he had Kitten Hayward for a while. He started Kitten Hayward.
Was that right?
Well, Bruno, you had a pretty tough match there tonight.
Yeah, well, it's the man's
But
tough.
all the matches you've been
They're all
throwing up
tough.
pretty good. That's about 200 challenges you beat. Where am I going to find any more for you?
Well, if you do find some smaller guys, would
Yeah,
you?
but they,
Some,
that fella, imagine that 7-foot fella I brought over from Japan for you.
oh, that was Shohei Baba. You said it was
Baba, yeah.
7'1". He was. It was almost embarrassing to even go in the ring
Well, I
because I felt
can't. As
like.
fast as I get the challenges, I have to accept them from foreign nations where we are the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, and
But why do they happen to be all around now since I went? I never seen these kind of.
legitimately.
Yeah.
But he has to be
Yeah.
the other way.
Well, that's unfortunate. But anyway, I guess he's been around for quite some time.
Oh, he's been around for the last 15 years.
He looks like a man of his maybe 70 years of age, huh?
No, you got the. Have I got the right George Katz?
Well, his name is George Katz. He showed me a letter that he got from Gil Turner recently, and he managed listening for 6-7
That's
months.
right. Well, that Katz
He
is
lisps, in fact, when he talks a little bit.
He
He wears glasses.
in my opinion, about 50 to 55 years of age.
Well, and he looks a little older than that. At least he does to me. He's a very thin fella. He's what hair is left, it's very white.